Okay, welcome to week 5.
Yeah, we just finished week 5.
This is the State of the Union episode that we're going to discuss the results, and then we have some ideas of how we're going to move forward and adjust to make it more fun and explore more of the cards that we opened up.
That's right.
So, first things first, what is the record for me, my friend? Which, by the way, I'm Levi Wilson. This is...
It's your boy Fresh.
Your boy Fresh. All right, so what's the record? What are we working with?
It's very cloudy. So Levi is currently 4-1 on weeks. One of those, a wall attack.
A wall attack is cheating, colluding somehow. But to be fair, I think so. 3 of those, we went to game 7. Mm-hmm. Right, so it's like
two went to game 7.
2 went to game 7. Okay,
so yeah,
it wasn't completely blown out.
Yeah, it was a 4-0 sweep in alpha.
Okay,
that was just those alpha packs were rough.
Yeah,
there were so many lands. You were just like, I need 23 playables.
Yeah,
whatever.
And I did get a Mox Ruby and 3 lightning bolts.
Yeah.
So, and then my green was pretty good with creatures at that time, right? Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, my opening up on that was better.
Mm-hmm. But. Yeah, I got some really powerful cards, but I think their value will increase in time as opposed to today.
And it's this kind of combination where you didn't draw them either, right? You had 2 Crypts and a Soul Ring, right? Mm-hmm. And not Crypts, Mana Vaults.
Yeah.
So, you definitely have the power. And I think you're right where moving forward as the packs cards in the packs get stronger and stronger in the sets. Mm-hmm. Those mana vaults are gonna do some work.
When we start getting that Eldrazi coming in.
Yeah.
And the current day, or I guess past day, but current for us, the artifacts are highly costed and not as good as modern artifacts.
Okay, yeah.
So if you were to, that. I think I got a 4/4 for 7, and it's like, ugh.
Oh yeah, just,
I think it has a. Yeah. I think it has a regeneration for 3 maybe or something like that.
Sick.
Yeah, and you're just like 4/4 for 7.
Yeah, we're getting to that level where I think the power level is getting stronger.
Yes.
I can't just run Grey Ogres anymore.
Right.
Freely. So, it is a creature, but. So we're getting there.
Yeah.
Getting there.
Yeah,
but
slowly but surely.
That does lead into the next thing is we've noticed that basically I went mono red, you went basically mono black, right? And we're just making that one deck better and better and better, and leaving the cards that we're opening just kind of in the sideboard or in the build. So now we want to explore some options to be able to play more cards. So we have 5 ideas that we can work with.
Yep.
So do you remember what the first one is?
So the first one was because the ultimate goal was to have competitive weekly Magic.
Right.
And 4-1, that one of them was a game 7. So even if it, but the pools did feel a little lopsided. So one of the ideas was to ban/restrict cards. On one hand, So I could see it.
We kind of don't like that idea.
Right. Neither one of us is a huge fan.
We haven't really went down that vein of options, but it's one thing. One be hey, okay, I've got my lightning bolts. Those are banned. You have the sinkholes. Those are banned.
Lightning
4 or 5 wall. You want to ban that? Ban that because it's attacking somehow.
Yeah, the wall with.
Get that out of there. It's too good.
No, because obviously your deck is built around the 1 mana 3 damage burn spells.
Yep.
But that's, I don't feel like that card is broken. Neither one of us got the Black Lotuses, the Time Walks, the Ancestral Recalls. Those would feel. Probably the best card that we've opened is Library of Alexandria.
Yeah.
There was week 2. You beat me 4-1. You probably drew 20 cards with Library of Alexandria.
I want to say
throughout those
3 of those games I got Library opening hand. So it's basically having mine one way.
So that one would be the only one I would think. Maybe that one's too game breaking.
Yeah.
But
You gotta have
Conversely,
skill to play that card though. And I know I made a few games when I played it, like I got outside of the library, I'm like, oh, mistakes were made. But you're right, it is a super strong card. So that could be one that you banned, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem like a elegant solution.
Right. Yeah. And it was really only week 2, the Arabian Nights Antiquities sets. Now, my deck is a little ironically designed against that because I've got land destruction and I have hand disruption. So both of which are really good against library. I mean, if I can get you below 7 cards, it's just a wasteland basically. Well, not even wasteland. A waste, basically.
A waste, there you go. A land that's a waste. The basic waste.
Yeah.
Basic land waste, that's fine. Or desert.
So, I mean, it does come at a cost. If you really need red, I've blown up all your mountains and you draw a library. Right? Yeah. So it doesn't feel backbreaking in that regard. Right. And then, like I said, Lightning Bolt, they continue to print. Maybe not super often, but it does come up occasionally in core sets. So I'm not a huge fan of that one. But that one, could be an option in the future if someone were to open a completely broken combo.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, if you ban one card, then I open it, it's a dead card then.
Right,
Because it's banned. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, we can move on. Like, we talked about it. Mm-hmm. We got better options. So the second one is, instead of doing 40-card decks, we expand it to a 60-card deck.
Yep.
And I'm okay with this idea.
Yep.
Because it allows us to play with more cards. Mm-hmm. But I think we would get into the same problem that we have now with 40 cards. To 60 cards, when our pool gets larger and larger, we're just going to keep making that one deck better and better. Yeah,
you'd have to really kind of go on a streak of opening fantastic blue cards, and then my black or your red deck would suffer for a while until eventually that blue, kind of took over. So that does kind of play into deck building. I think if we were to change today, I think you're right. You would build. Maybe your red deck would get a little bit worse because you'd have to add in, 20 extra cards.
Yeah, the percentages
that weren't as good.
Yeah, like the 4 bolts, the 3 chain lightnings, and the fireball. Which just saying that out loud. That's a lot. I love it. It's beautiful, right? But I mean, it would dilute it a bit because you're at 60 versus the 40, but it's still powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, conversely, it doesn't really help me catch up because I also have to add in 20 extra cards, which further dilutes my deck. But I do think that one is good. We kind of have one that we both liked a little bit better, and that was, which kind of flows naturally into this one, is doing 2 completely separate 40-card decks. So that means you can't take your I keep saying wasteland. Sinkhole.
Oh, sinkhole.
You can't take your sinkhole from one deck and put it in the other deck. So it would have a 40-card deck, 15-card sideboard twice.
Yeah.
Basically just, they can't swap cards in and out. And then once the deck would win twice, it would be retired for the 7-game series.
Yep. And I like that. It's feeling pretty clean. It actually does introduce a little bit of metagaming.
Right.
So here, I think what we'll want to say is you present that deck for that match, for those 3 games. Well, did we discuss this?
Well, so once you won 2, it would retire.
Yeah. So, like, here's what I'm thinking with the metagaming, right? Of like, all right, we'll play 3 games per match. Well, we haven't quite Does this work? I guess we should have played this out. Get the notes. Because I was thinking, all right, because we can't do 7 games with one.
Right. So I was thinking, if we did 7 games.
Oh, you're thinking just if you win,
and then once you win 2, that deck is just retired.
That is my bad.
And the remaining 5 are played with the second deck.
If you win 2 games, never mind. For some reason, my mind switched to thinking 2 matches, best of 3. But you're right, just 2 games with that game.
Yeah.
So because you can go game 1, here's my deck. Mm-hmm. If you win, you can still put that aside and grab your other one. Like, here's this.
Okay.
If we didn't discuss that, a little bit of strategy, but then we'd have to say.
I guess that would really hurt sideboarding. Because then you wouldn't know which one. Like, game 1, you're basically going to be playing with the base deck. And then think, okay, well, he's playing with that one. I've got these cards on the sideboard. But then if he switches decks, you would basically be playing another game 1. But then the other person would know. what that first deck was, so they could sideboard.
That gets a little too
forward
complicated.
Yeah.
So we're saying like once you present a deck, that has to be your deck until you win,
until
or completely
until
lose
twice.
the match. I guess, right?
I guess if you.
Yeah, that would be bad. That's the worst case scenario. Like you present your deck and you go 0-4.
Yeah.
So that's a good reason not to present your worst deck then.
Right.
Yeah, because you can be locked into your worst deck.
Yeah.
Unless you build your second deck to beat your primary deck. So this is what I'm saying. There's a little bit of meta.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a bit risky. So to recap, the first one we talked about bandit cards. We don't quite want to do that. The second one was a 60 card deck, and we're okay with that one. But we like the third option right now, which is 3 out of 5 so far. The third one is the multi-deck of 40 cards.
Right.
And I really like that because like really introduces
it
you
basically
deeper into
forces you to play at least the third color.
Yep.
Like you might be able to do, red, green, and mono red, or red, green, and red, white, let's just say, and I can go, black, green, and black, blue.
Right.
But
if you want to split up,
it's sort of now both of us are playing with a color that we weren't playing with before.
Yep.
So that expands the cards we get to experience.
Yep, exactly.
For the first time.
I know. Like, I'm excited to play the blue or look at the blue. Seriously, right? So, all right, and then the fourth option, which I think we're going to implement this one too, is the ketchup pack.
That's right. That's right.
Get your hamburgers and hot dogs. Was that controversial? What is it? Put ketchup on a hot dog?
That's right. Yeah, you don't put ketchup on that. Mustard only.
I do it. Oh no, it's gonna kill me. But so the ketchup pack. Tell me about this.
So the ketchup pack is sort of, this whole series was designed around kitchen table magic, and if me and Levi sat down, bought 6 packs of magic, built decks. And I got stomped 4-0. Assuming I didn't fall out of love with magic. But the logical step would be, I need another pack.
Yeah, need to go get more cards.
I need to get more cards. Need to improve my deck.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where this catch-up pack fits in. So now we're not going to go back in time, but Ice Age is the next set. When I 4-0 Levi.
You never know.
He will get, when he's opening his next set of packs, he will get basically 7 packs. 6 of the whatever set is after that, plus one Ice.
Plus the current one that we just finished.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, cool. Yeah, and just any catch-up mechanic is a fun, it's a good game design.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm a big fan of that.
And then, it's sealed. If you're not running green, and you open a heavy green sealed, you're just like, ugh,
Yeah.
It didn't help me. My deck's pretty much the same.
I didn't do the math. I wonder how many weeks we're going to be doing this. Like, because it's going to be ongoing, number one. So, if you open up something good in green, but you can't use it now, you'll be able to use it in the future. Yeah.
Assuming that your black or red becomes less good, or, someone has a good hate card for it, then, I could see you transferring over to another color in which you could run those green cards.
Or the pump fake, right? For the second deck, right? So, okay, cool. Let's move into the last one. I think this one will probably come into play when we're a little deeper into Planeswalking.
Right.
Planeswalking through time.
That's right.
And that one is set rotation. So we're familiar with this. We have Standard, Pioneer, Modern, Type 2, Extended for those people out there who remember the old school ones, right?
I've never played Pioneer.
Yeah, that's the new one. I've played it on Arena, not in paper, so it's been out for a couple of years. So,
is it smaller than Modern?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the Today Modern.
Okay.
I believe. But anyhow,
it has rotations because I don't think Modern.
No, it doesn't rotate.
Oh, it doesn't rotate. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess I got that wrong.
So it would be basically the standard.
Yeah, just the standard. But I guess when we're discussing this is like we can block it, kind of similar to Vintage Modern, whatever. But we can decide that. So like set rotation or just like a block element, and I think right now we don't have to worry about that.
Right. Yeah. The card pool's not so overwhelming that you're just lost. And this kind of goes, I think, a little closer hand in hand with the banning of cards, because obviously the first set to rotate would be Alpha. So if there was a back-breaking card that we'd opened,
my lightning bolts. we can't do that one. Oh, yikes.
Yeah, we'll just
Wait,
rotate out.
We're rotating it, just only Ice Age. So, alright, cool. So, recap of the 5. Banning cards, 60-card deck, multi-deck, catch-up pack, and then set rotation. And we decided we're going to go with the multi-deck, 2 decks, 40 cards, and then also implement the catch-up pack going on for the next weeks.
Right. Right.
Alright, cool.
And then, we'll do another one of these in 5 weeks and, kind of continue to evolve it. If you guys got any suggestions, always leave them in the comment section. And I guess we'll see you at the table.
Before we go, what's your prediction? We're at 4-1 right now. You
4-1.
Feeling a 5?
For Ice Age, I don't think my Ice Age.
For the next State of the Union.
Oh, okay.
You feeling a 5-4? Is that, or no? It'd be a 6-4. You're gonna completely sweep me. Let's make the prediction. We'll see.
Let's see.
Because we're not in the future right now. This is. We'll come back and see this. With the catch-up mechanic, I think it will.
It will close the gap. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna go 3-2.
Okay.
This set, so that puts us at what, 6-4.
Okay. Good. I think I'll go 3-2.
So we're gamers. We're so competitive.
Exactly. I mean, it would be bad if I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go 1-4. Like 3-2. I feel like 3-2 feels pretty good, right? We both go with that.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. All right.
See you next time.
Thank you for watching.